Hey there, thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to explore the fascinating and often overlooked world of plant life. In this video, we'll cover everything from plant communication and social behavior to their incredible adaptations and important role in human life. So let's dive in. When we think of the secret life of plants, the first thing that comes to mind is probably photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants convert sunlight into energy, and it's one of the most important biochemical processes on Earth. In fact, without photosynthesis, life on Earth as we know it would not be possible. But photosynthesis is just the beginning. Plants are incredibly complex organisms that have developed all sorts of amazing abilities over millions of years of evolution. Let's start by talking about plant anatomy. Most plants have three main parts: the roots, the stem, and the leaves. The roots anchor the plant to the ground and absorb water and nutrients from the soil. The stem supports the plant and transports water and nutrients from the roots to the leaves. And the leaves are where photosynthesis takes place. But it's not just the external structure of plants that's fascinating. Plants also have an incredibly intricate internal structure. For example, the leaves of most plants are covered in tiny pores called stomata. These stomata allow the plant to exchange gases with the environment, taking in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis and releasing oxygen. But the stomata also play another important role. They help regulate the plant's water balance. When the plant is in danger of losing too much water through transpiration, the stomata will close to conserve water. Now let's talk about plant reproduction. Most plants reproduce through a process called pollination, where pollen from one plant is transferred to the female reproductive organs of another plant. This can happen through wind or through the actions of pollinators like bees, butterflies, and birds. Once the pollen reaches the female reproductive organs, it fertilizes the egg and a seed is formed. The seed contains everything the plant needs to grow, including the embryo, nutrients, and a protective outer covering. But plants have also developed other strategies for reproduction. Some plants reproduce asexually, meaning they don't need to exchange genetic material with another plant. Instead, they can reproduce by cloning themselves or by growing new plants from specialized structures like bulbs or runners. Moving on to plant genetics, it's important to note that plants have their own unique genetic code. In fact, some plants have incredibly complex genomes that are much larger than the human genome. Scientists are still working to understand the functions of all the genes in the plant genome, but we do know that they play a critical role in everything from photosynthesis to stress response. But perhaps most fascinating of all is the way in which plants can respond to their environment. Plants have developed all sorts of amazing adaptations to survive in different environments. For example, some plants have evolved to be able to grow in areas with high levels of salt, while others have evolved to be able to live in extremely acidic soils. Some plants have even developed ways to defend themselves against herbivores, like producing toxic chemicals or growing spines and thorns. But it's not just the adaptations of individual plants that are fascinating. Plants also have developed intricate relationships with other organisms, from pollinators to fungi. For example, some plants have developed symbiotic relationships with fungi, where the fungi help the plant extract nutrients from the soil in exchange for carbohydrates. Meanwhile, bees and other pollinators rely on plants for nectar and pollen, while in turn, plants rely on pollinators to help them reproduce. Finally, let's talk about the importance of plant life for humans. Plants provide us with countless valuable resources, from food to medicine to building materials. They also play a critical role in regulating the Earth's climate by absorbing carbon dioxide and producing oxygen. Understanding more about plant biology can help us develop more sustainable and effective agricultural practices, which can help ensure food security for our growing global population. It can also help us develop new medicines and technologies, as scientists continue to discover new compounds and processes within plant cells. So there you have it, a glimpse into the fascinating secret life of plants. From photosynthesis to genetics to adaptation and beyond, plants have developed an incredible array of abilities over millions of years of evolution. By continuing to study and understand these amazing organisms, we can unlock new insights into the natural world and develop a deeper appreciation for the complex and interconnected web of life on Earth. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.